and mindful of the roses, and mindful of the thorn. A reaper tired reposes among his gathered corn. So might I, till the morn, cold as the cold Decembers, past as the days that sit, while only one remembers, and all the rest forget. But only one remembers yet. The words of the old poem floated around my head. We were back in Alpha Centauri, waiting to have our hold scanned. And Alpha Centauri being Alpha Centauri, there'd be a line. My mind drifted back to my folks. The lives they had are gone. Hell, even the people they were. I thought I was saving them. Instead, it feels like they're dead. Gone. Forgotten. There's still a chance they're in there, the memories of who they were. But getting that back, that's another endeavor in itself. And is it even worth it now? It's been years. They've been moving on. I should have just let them forget me. Selfish. I knew what I had to do now, but I also knew that it wasn't something I could get past Constellation. Rycon Industries don't play nice with others, and now they want me. Maybe not just dead. I'd have to answer the call, so I'd need to find a way to tell them, let them down. I can hear them chatting, Sarah and Barrett. Seems they got a bit to catch up on.
So, how are you feeling, Barrett?
The same as I was a few moments before you asked. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm worried about you. That time you spent as a prisoner with those pirates, it couldn't have been easy.
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as you're picturing. Don't get me wrong, they weren't exactly having me over for dinner, but I wasn't being tortured either.
Okay, I'll trust that you're telling me the truth. But if you ever need to talk, I'm always available.
I appreciate that, and who knows, maybe I'll take you up on that one day.
I gotta leave us parked here for now. Barrett, I'd like a chat. Gotta ask you some questions.
Go on.
Who was the pirate anyway? Seemed like you had history.
Matsura the Grim? Honestly, a pretty nice guy as far as pirates go. Think I butted heads with his mentor once years back. Had the same kind of surprisingly hospitable vibe.
So, you were just laughing it up the whole time? Or we were jumping from system to system?
Hey, you're underselling my harrowing escape from certain doom here. A little charm goes a long way when the knives are out.
Charm, huh? Well, thanks to you, I'm a member of this whole thing now. I'm in Constellation. Did you know that I'd end up joining?
Honestly, I was kind of rolling the dice with you. But hey, sometimes a bet pays off.
Don't count all your creds just yet. But hey, I had a question. It's about your artifact.
I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man. And I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it.
Where'd you even find yours?
On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she? Well, point is, my story's probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit, found some really wonky readings, and followed them to the artifact.
And what did you see when you picked it up?
Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular, though. I saw a vision. Flashing lights, the whole shebang.
What do you think that means?
Well, it certainly means something, because not everyone who touches the artifacts sees them. My first instinct was it was a message of some kind, like the Voyager records. Communication from a higher life form reaching out blindly into space. But now I'm wondering if the vision wasn't just sensory. My new theory is something's changed in us physiologically. As in, not just a message from beyond, but a delivery.
So we could be infected with something. Great. Well, thanks for the chat anyway. I think our turn to get scanned is nearly coming up. I'll jump back in the hot seat.
Well, okay then.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
About bloody time. Hang on. They're pinging us. This is Vessel Frontier, go ahead.
Scan, detect a contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated.
What are you bloody talking about? We ain't got nothing on here.
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
You want aboard? Fine. Tell me what's going on.
I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information.
Transferred? What about my bloody ship?
We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force.
This is Frontier, holding steady. Give me a minute. Sarah, Barrett? I ain't got no idea what they're talking about, but I'm not gonna let us get blown out the sky either. This is Vessel Frontier. Standing down.
Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
Son of a bitch.
Commander Ikonde runs a tight ship, so I suggest we be on our best behavior.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Bastards gassed us. You right, Sarah?
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
Don't suppose you're gonna tell me what you did with the others, huh?
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
Not like I'm bloody going anywhere.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
Do you knock out all your guests? Not exactly a nice first impression. I'll be sure to leave that in my review. About bloody time.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss.
Commander, not really sure there's anything to discuss. You didn't find shit.
Well, we'll see about that. First, let me see what we're working with here. It appears you spent several years as a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
That type of background will get you quite far around here. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs.
And? Look again. Bet my shoe size isn't in there.
You're absolutely right. Well, I'll have my people get right on that. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDef. Are you familiar with what we do?
Well, I know that you gas and kidnap people.
Actually, that's something new we're trying. I figured we needed to branch out a bit, broaden our horizons. UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
Of course, the frickin' fleet. Look, I've got nothing to do with the fleet, alright?
No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we'll have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down.
Someone on the inside. Okay, so you somehow expect me to risk my neck and go undercover for you?
Not for me. for yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine.
You're no different than the others. You really think you can get away with this?
When you broke the law, you forfeited your rights. So basically, I can do whatever the hell I want. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else?
No rights. So you want me to make this choice now? Now while I'm still coming off of your meds?
You aren't leaving until I have an answer.
Fine. I'll do your job.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
No promises.
All right, let's go.
Sarah? Now where the hell's my crew? Sarah? Gotta be the trucks. Alright, let's go.
So, you took the op instead of serving the time?
Yeah.
Gotta be the commander's new mole, huh?
Something like that.
Running in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts.
Yes. What?
Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around.
What?
Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go?
Thanks.
I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
You bet. Let's hope you don't have to find out. Hey. I'm coming.
All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Eand should be waiting for you.
Ops. Thanks. See you around. Well, they didn't think to take weapons. So they're either stupid or confident. What?
Howdy.
Fine, howdy. Well, at least we didn't have an artifact with us. Small silver linings.
Howdy.
Hi. Why are you all so damn friendly? A criminal after all. There's that smug son of a bitch.
Pardon. Excuse me. Yes? What?
Quite the setup you got here, Commander. Plenty of things to keep yourself occupied with, when you're not stripping the rights of free folk away. Let's get down to business, eh?
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDev's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah, sure. It's an impressive ship. Where the hell do I fit in?
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application.
No.
Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
And I suppose you've chosen me because I'm expendable.
Let's get one thing straight right now. While you're working for me, I'm going to treat you like one of my own. Whatever crimes you committed in the past no longer matter. You're now an agent of SysDev, meaning that it's my job to keep you alive.
no crimes, eh? I assume you've got some kind of plan in mind?
I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Aurora on my ship? Kidding me. Where exactly did you get this contraband? Because my ship sure as shit didn't have any on to begin with.
That's classified. Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously hauling it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
I see how you work. Well, surely your contact is experienced. She'd sniff a narc out a mile away.
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal.
Okay.
Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Toft. With how quick you are to incriminate others, why even bother collecting evidence in the first place?
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
Well, Commander, you must have quite the bit of confidence in my abilities then.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
You bring the rest of my crew into this, we'll have a problem. Just making that clear. And this isn't to help you. I'll gladly take the creds.
Fine. Whatever gets the job done. Look. Before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
That's rich. Maybe you could explain SysDev's code of conduct and ethics then. Huh?
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
Greater good? And what exactly did you mean by stray too far off the path?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Can't make any promises, Commander.
I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Fine. And what should happen if I get arrested while I'm undercover?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Okay. More fines. Great. Well, how am I going to stay in contact with you?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
What's new?
You have your orders.
I do. Orders. Lieutenant, we need to chat.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
So, basically you want me to steal from thieves? Yeah, Crystal.
Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Gotta say this is sounding awfully personal. You got a grudge?
You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Huh. Don't get confused, I'm no hero. I'm here because I had no choice. Because your commander pinned this on me.
I was hoping that you'd be inspired into thinking this is more than a punishment. It appears that I was wrong. I suppose we'll simply have to motivate you in a different way. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return. As compensation for your efforts.
Now we're talking. That's the only way I choose to operate.
Yes. Commander Akande mentioned that when he proposed the idea. Lucky you. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
The people you arrest, what's happening to them?
We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
Sure they will.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Sure thing. They must have shuttled the others. They wouldn't keep them in the brig. Sarah wouldn't let them. I should talk them out. Still, she's gonna be pissed. Better just get to it. I'm like ripping off a band-aid. Now where's my port? Okay. Good to be back on board. You're all still here. I trust you heard that over the comms. I'm working for them. New job. Great, huh? Unless you brought something on, Barrett. We didn't have anything illegal on this ship. They knew my record. Knew I was with you. And now there ain't a choice. So it seems we got a bit of a detour ahead of us. Sidonia. And I ain't gonna muck around. We got Aurora in the hold. That'll get us ticketed about anywhere. Except for Neon. But hey, they're paying. So, that's something. Just the same as every damn corrupt corpo out there. Sure as shit not that different from Crimson. Alright, let's get on docks, get the hell out of here. Alright, separating. And we're clear.
Nice, clean sep there.
Phobos. Well, we're close. Right by Mars. Sidonia, here we come.
Gear looks green, ready to land.
Kicked up a lot of dust. Let's get moving. All right. There we go.
Hey, what's going on?
Dealing drugs, as you might imagine. Sorry to tangle you up in this. Just your luck, eh? Make this fast.
So, back to the lodge?
Dry sense of humor on you. Right. Good on you. Let's go. Don't bother with the Port Authority. We're not going to be long.
Captain Wyatt, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
I'm glad too. I guess it's the thought that counts. Alright, let's get this done. I'm sure you know from what I said before. Not comfortable with the stuff. Now believe me, I've tried a lot of things. I've just seen what it does. You don't play with Aurora. It plays with you. And it doesn't leave you with much of a mind after either. That level of addiction, it's unlike anything else I've seen. And now the feds have us trading in it. Typical. Right. That's better. They were looking for the Trade Authority.
My buddy Mitch keeps asking if I can help him out with something, but I just
Down
don't have the time.
Hey, hope you got your guy. Look forward to working with you again soon. Let's see. Straight down.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust.
Sarah.
No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
You want to say that a little louder? Come on, let's get inside. I'm sure it's not by choice. A lot of folks do this because they don't have anything else. Come on. She looks like the one. Keep him busy.
Take your time and ask me if you need anything. I'm here to help.
Sure. Sarah, you got this, right? G'day.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
I can see that. Except I'm looking to unload a sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Well, how about we talk about prices first?
I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying.
Fine. Have a gander at this sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
It's a shame. Guess the people who told me you were the best were wrong.
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak a kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Finder's fee. All right. Does 1,000 sweeten the deal?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
A pleasure, yeah. Broken Spear. Let's go. Looking for someone named Kim. Keep your eyes out. Not exactly sure what we're looking for. But if they run with the fleet, well, I feel like we'll be able to tell. Let's just, not shout it out loud. After you. Right.
You can make a real good living working the mines here on Mars.
Bloody knife. Sarah.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
I heard you might be able to help me move some cargo.
Oh yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what makes you think I'm going to help you out?
I think you're exactly who I need. Bowden said you could help me move some of this. Yeah.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Huh. Who's this, we in us? I thought I was just dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
Bowden never said anything about this.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
All right. How, loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
Okay. Just give me his credentials. There. Is that so hard? I'll get it done.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Get used to the hoops. There's always hoops. Right. Let's move. Now. Where exactly? Heading down again? Let's get going. Oh, and watch your step. Okay, then. Whole place is pretty worn down. Same as most of the rest of the system. Forgotten. People moved on. Those that stay here, yeah, it's because they have to. Now, where's our guy?
Please keep prolonged showers and other water
Furthest down.
Do your part to preserve our precious resources.
Faith in the greatness and ingenuity of the human spirit is what helped us spread among the stars.
Not here. A lot of folks. I think that's, let's see. Hey.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah, I think so. I'm here to collect the credits that you owe to Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
You don't? I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Fun? Okay then, I'll just head back to Adler and tell him what you said.
Adler... Oh! Wait, you mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
Now, do you think that Adler is going to be satisfied with that option?
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice.
Oh.
Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
You can squeeze blood from a person, though. Like I said, I don't want to play games.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Is it really worth the risk? You could make the rest of the creds back later.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know.
You're really telling me that you don't have some rainy day creds just stashed somewhere?
Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares.
Exactly. Adler's a dangerous man. You shouldn't have racked up the debt in the first place.
I suppose. It's just that, well, I didn't have much of a choice. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
I'm sure. What's done is done. And that's us done as well. Let's go. Quick.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hang on.
One orange, everything's red. Just hard to like this. Can start to wear on you.
Learning to accept the truth of higher power is key to understanding the universe.
Is it now? Let's keep moving.
The miners have a secret about something. The Heart of Mars. I overheard.
Heart of Mars. Urban legends. Even here. I can't imagine he thought we'd be back as soon as we are. We got what we needed. He doesn't need to know how. Heck, wasn't all that loud, was it?
So we struck oil.
Kim,
But it turns out
got your goods.
Have something for me?
I sure do. It's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
Loud and clear.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
Maybe. If they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Damn. Good work, Kim. Appreciate it. That's a considerable amount of credits. I can change things. I hate that it was from Aurora, but maybe I've been in the wrong line of work. Sorry. Just thinking to myself. Let's get a move. We've got an ice moon to get to.
Engines firing. Here we go.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Got you loud and clear.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Adler said that. I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that.
Fine.
So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Rycon, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Rake. Okay, what options have I got to complete the job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
Only way. Alright, Austin Rake. Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
So that's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
Hold comms for now. Hey, how can you be certain that Rake's on the Regana?
I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Alright, over and out. Get seated back there. We're heading to Saturn. Hold on to your butts. That's what we're looking for.
This is Dmitry Moldavsky, pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble.
I'm sure you don't. Neither do I. Braking. Okay. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it looks like the trouble found you. Crimson Fleet's after you.
I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built for combat. What is it you want exactly?
That's pretty simple. The fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board. See if we can figure something out.
Oh God. I do not know.
Keep in mind, we're not threatening to board you. We're asking. The distinction is rather important.
She's right.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
Good. Alright. Coming alongside you. Holding steady. And there we go. Slowing. Making connection.
And you didn't even scratch the paint?
No, not even a little. Alright. Not sure how any of this is gonna go.
Hey, you need something?
Just stay put for now.
After this, you're kind of a pirate aficionado. Too soon?
Too soon. You're looking smug. But you're right. We did request a board. Let's figure this out. Here goes. Oh boy. Easy.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
Exactly. You can never be sure who's listening over comms. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Like I mentioned, the fleet wants Rake dead. But if there's another way we can resolve this, then that would be good.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
That ain't gonna fly. You're gonna deliver him to Sisteth. Nowhere else. The fleet cannot know.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Good.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Save it for now. We'll chat when we're clear. Pleasure doing business with you, Captain. Rake, you got off lucky. Let's go. We'll have a lot of time to chat after we've reported back. Don't want to keep the fleet waiting, you know. Still, it's gonna take us a while. If you can rest, you should. I'll get us across system as fast as I can. Just gotta get released first. There we go. We're clear. Sure they're happy about it.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Alright, setting a trajectory. Let's punch it.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit.
All hands.
Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Yeah, sure. It's ecliptic. 3 of them. Come on. Damn it. Missile went wide. Shields are down though. That's better. We've got 2 more to deal with. Got 1 on our tail. There we go. On it. Good hit.
Shields gone. Their grab drives down.
They're out the picture. 1 more. There we go. Right on them.
We've blown out their grab. You took out their jump drive. We've taken out their shields.
Come on. Here we go. Think we're clear. Where's our friend? There you are. We're clear.
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Rycon. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Hey, first of all, why was Ecliptic attacking you?
You know what? I have no idea, and it's frustrating the hell out of me. I suppose I could have pissed off someone I screwed over in the past, but there's been so many, I've lost count.
Know the feeling. Well, you'll be happy to know that Rake is dead. The Regana survived, though.
Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done.
They won't talk.
Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Crystal, best decision you've ever made.
Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
The key.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
I hope so, too. You know, I didn't plan for any of this, right? It's not some big scheme. And I'm being honest on that one. Don't know where it's gonna lead us. But for now, it's got the feds off our back. For the record, I don't like working with them. But they really haven't given us a choice, have they? Hey, Sarah, I promised you that chat.
Remember our last conversation when you told me the artifacts made you feel like raw energy was coursing through your veins?
Yeah?
Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor.
You never mentioned your predecessor to me before.
Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back.
Aja?
Aja Mamasa. She was the youngest member of Constellation when it was founded. Only took her 15 years to reach chair. Sorry, I sometimes get so caught up in my own bubble, I forget that I wasn't the first.
Aja must have been quite the person.
Ah, she absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
The rookie being paired with the chair. That sounds awfully familiar.
Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most.
You two discover anything I might have heard of?
We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report.
I don't know. I find the journey boring. Especially out here. Nothing but vacuum. I live for the destination.
Really? Well, for me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone.
I take it I'm the protege on this journey.
At this point, I'd say you've graduated from protege and moved up the ladder. A bit. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly.
Oh, is she, not with us anymore?
No, she retired.
Oh.
Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions.
Well, she sounds like a tough act to follow.
Well, you don't need to follow anyone. Just be yourself.
That's dangerous.
I chose to accompany you on this journey because I saw something familiar in your eyes. A hunger for exploration.
So, guess you got me all worked out then, huh?
Good. Then we're both on the same page. Anyway, that's all I had to discuss for now, so if you point the way, we can continue our journey.